Out to the balcony, we have the, weird camera angles. Goodness gracious. Hey guys, welcome. I hope you guys are having a lovely day so far. My name is Casual. I am a Twitch streamer, graphic designer who normally streams Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Feel free to follow me if you would like to. All of the links are going to be in the description for all the socials that you can find me on. But I wanted to make not a switch to YouTube, but an additional jaunt onto a new platform, because while streaming is fantastic, I love it, it doesn't allow as much creativity and freeformness that YouTube does, and editing is just a blast. But it comes out with a much more polished experience. You can get, highlights, basically a condensed version of probably a much longer game or a much longer build. It allows for a creativity that bores people on stream sometimes, like a Sims build. I sped it up majorly just so that I could fit the whole thing in, a shorter amount of time. Think that it is going to be a blast. I look forward to seeing what you guys are looking forward to from me. I would love to read comments and kind of join a different audience on here, be a different type of creator, which I think is gonna be really fun. And so I decided for the first build that something that I really love to do is not make new builds, but redo builds that already exist that Maxis has been kind enough to give us, which are normally drab. They're very drab, but I understand that it either is themed, so the house is cheap, so it's supposed to look dingy, or it's haunted, so the walls are cracked, or this is base game, so if you have no packs, you probably shouldn't play with this, otherwise it's gonna be boring. So that kind of thing. I am excited to jump in. I just picked a apartment first. This is the 19 Culpeper house. I think that it is interesting thing. I'm still not sure of what the best way to do all this will be, so bear with me on my first video. First off, I tried to keep as much of the furniture at the beginning as I wanted to, as I could, but it just didn't end up fitting. Some backstory about me is that I actually started out as a console player, so everything is totally different. Menu navigation, camera control, just moving things around is a lot harder with a controller. So I'm still learning how to do the camera angles and using cheats, and all of this is all very new to me, so bear with me if I make a lot of super rookie mistakes. I also wanted to focus on the fact that this is an apartment, so you're a renter most of the time. So the only thing that I made a total change was the kitchen. And even so, I tried to keep as much of the placement of things as it was in the original house. So the cabinets could be resurfaced, or buy new doors, or just maybe do a countertop differently. Also, maybe they have a cool landlord that is just chill with if you upgrade it now, I can sell it, or I can ask for more rent later. I tried to make it look like the cabinets had just been resurfaced, so I tried to keep the general layout. I think I did switch the sink and the stove, but other than that, I tried to keep it basically the same. Maybe have a cool landlord that lets you change things, so he can just charge the next person, a higher rent. Or maybe you kept the cabinets, you just changed the doors and resurfaced the countertop or something like that. I'm trying to think of very renter things. They did take down the upper cabinets though, so hopefully the landlord won't be mad. Maybe it was his idea in the first place. I tried to go with more open shelves instead of heavy over-the-top cabinets, because that way it really wouldn't be as dark, because it's such a small room anyway. Because you don't need to make a small apartment even smaller, you know? We did change the appliances. They got a major upgrade. Tried to add little touches to kind of make it a little bit more homey. The island is new, so that is a upgrade also. Trying to add little, like I said, touches everywhere. I tried to make the floor situation is this. I tried to not change the walls or the floor completely. So what I'm thinking is that she did was that she laid a covering over the entire floor. Instead of ripping out the carpet and the underneath, she just put down a pad and then put down this like vinyl plank tile system. That way, if you've ever ripped out carpet, you know how gross that it can really be. Could you imagine from, 5 years of other people living there too? Well, ooh, I could not. I also tried to keep the layout of the furniture similar, but then, sometimes you just gotta upgrade. You gotta get a better TV, you gotta mount it to the wall, have a little bit more space to move around, if that makes sense. This is a single person apartment, so it wouldn't be as great for, say, a 100 baby challenge, but I don't know that you would really want to have 100 babies in a 1-bedroom apartment anyway. This was originally 2 bedrooms, made it 1 bedroom and an office, workspace area. Not strictly an office, but a maker space, I suppose. I tried to match the wood tones as best as possible, but if you've played with a bunch of the packs, then you know that's a very hard thing to do. And so in my own experience of my own home that I live in currently, nothing matches. It's all hand-me-downs. It's all thrifted. So you kind of just work with what you've got. I tried to keep that tealish color in the kitchen and the living room and even the office later on, because that is pretty close to matching. But not quite, but close enough. With the bathroom, like I said, renter, so I tried to keep all of the pieces where they were and just upgrade them. So the sink is in that weird corner. She puts her tiles down, her vinyl tiles, so they won't, so she can pull them out when she's done, if the landlord really wants her to. Kept the sink in the corner. We upgraded the bathtub. We'll say she painted it and added the shower part. We took out that terrible lime green toilet that just cracks me up that it exists in the first place. But we left the hot water copper pipes on the wall because, again, as a renter, not really something that you can pull out anyway. Gotta add some touches, maybe make it, have a fake plant in there, brighten up such a white, kind of sterile environment with some textures, some, some linens. Those baskets are a really, really cool thing. Laundry Day is one of my favorite stuff packs ever. I'm not sure if that's where that's from, but we gotta keep it a little bit simple. With this giant suite, I decided to just start completely over. Everything needed to be upgraded. My history with The Sims is that I've always played on console, so building, going through menus, picking out items is very complicated with the controller. It is not a fun time. So, being on the PC now, I was fortunate enough to, through secondhand sites and like other kinds of key sites, was able to get all of the packs for less than it would be up front. So I was very excited to have a lot of items to go through, but unfortunately I have a lot of items to go through. Like, it's a double-edged sword. So if I scroll through a lot of items in these videos, I'm very sorry. I just keep getting excited that I have so many to pick from. The it's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. Because I get so many ideas and then I get so excited about things, and I don't want to cut it out because I want you guys to see like the creative process to go behind it, so you know that like nobody gets it on the first try. You know, maybe this lampshade is darker than that one and it doesn't let the light through as much. Those kinds of things. I also tried to add her little workout area into this like other half of the room. So she has one half to get ready on and one half to either chill or punch things. That way she can kind of let her stress out, whether that be reading a book or whether that be punching a punching bag. Sometimes you just gotta have both. Mirrors are always a really nice touch. I love the way the reflections look. I know that's kind of a weird thing when it comes to mirrors, but I love that it actually does reflect what's in the room. Like I said, this was a 2-bedroom, and so I decided to make it a 1-bedroom and an office. So I could not find the desk that I wanted. But as you saw with the living space, I'm trying to use a lot of the eco lifestyle, because that one just came out. And then the nifty knitting has been so fun to play with. I always try to add it in because it's not as old lady as I thought it would be, which is really nice because it has almost more of a modern feel to it, which is really, really cool for builds. It's very versatile. I wanted this to be kind of a maker space, not really as cold as like an office is, but more of a space just to get some stuff done. So she's got her computer, she has her candle making station where she can sell her pieces. Like she'll make them on one side and go sell them on the other. And then she's got her plants with a little bit more clean air feel to it. She made the rugs on the floor herself. Those were some of her first pieces. And then she has her bulletin board on the wall so she can keep track of her orders and where everything goes. So if you've ever lived in an apartment, you know that a balcony is a great thing, but also is it somewhere that you really hang out? In the old apartments that I've ever lived in, they were such a small balcony that I never really was out there, and I got the afternoon sun, so it was very hot, and it's just, you know, I live in the South, so everything is hot. But this is the afternoon, and there is no sun, so I decided to make it a whole extra little area to where she can sit, have guests, grill out, maybe have a drink, kind of chill. The previous tenants left the plants, so she kept those. She's trying to keep them alive. She'll do her best. I got her a grill. Decided the red was not really the way to go later on, but I was trying to make it work here up front. The brick looked very cold by comparison. It needed more texture and more life. So I was trying to pull different types of plants, different types of hanging plants. Like I said earlier, I haven't really had the opportunity to use a lot of these, so I got overwhelmed. So I just ended up picking 3 things that kind of went together. I try to use more organic patterns when I hang things, like a gallery wall style, instead of just all in a line straight. I think that goes well with conflicting shapes and kind of makes it look more alive and more homey. I added the sideboard because you gotta have somewhere to put a spatula or a drink or even set a speaker up, and then nobody wants to stand on concrete forever. Gotta have a rug. And then, like I said, the brick, very cold. Gotta add a little bit more wood tone life to it. Realized the bedroom was very cold and dark, so I added a lamp because you always gotta see. You gotta see when you put your makeup on. And then, like I said, new packs, so I'm trying to figure out what my favorite paintings are, and then trying to see if I wanted something dynamic or more of a workout space. So I decided to go with mirrors. You can check your form, make sure you're doing it right. And then since I already had mirrors, probably shouldn't have 3 mirrors in one room. So went with more of just an abstract art to kind of go with the chill vibe of the room. And then with this wall, I decided to use this gallery of inspiration is what I call it. The wood tone of the frames was just perfect for the space. And then also, while she's playing the piano, she's either writing songs or just trying to practice. She can draw inspiration from the greats, her heroes, the people who inspire her to write and to create every day, and she can see them on the wall. Also, just got to add little touches here and there. You know, have a little basket of linens in case you have guests over. They can sleep on the couch. And then I forgot that the breaker box was on the wall. And like the pipes in the bathroom, you can't rip that out. But you also don't want to look at it every day. So I kind of just put a panel, just hide it away, make it a feature piece to where you don't really think about what's behind it, you know? And then my favorite piece in the entire game, I'm going to put on the wall by the door. But you got to add a little bit of things above the shelf, above the fridge, because it's such a perfect little cabinet. Favorite piece in the whole game. This. Dried herbs. It's fantastic. When I was growing up, I'm from the South, like I said. When I was growing up, my mother grew and dried her own herbs, and it just smelled fantastic when I was a kid. So I think that's why I like it so much. And also, it's one of the only things that I really use often from the Wizarding World game pack, and I think that that's a cool touch too, to kind of just add a little bit more. And then, can't have empty space. Gotta add a little bit of something else. And then I was trying to find something to put on there. And then I eventually decided on using paintings that the old tenant had left. Maybe she really likes the way the woman's face is. Maybe she likes the plant that's behind it. It's something that can remind you of the past while you continue on to the future. I think that's really cool. I like to put them behind easels in builds, or the ones that are plain and not painted on, just like in an art room. But I thought that they looked cool in this corner because they are so tall, and it won't necessarily take away, it won't be the same eye line as the TV, but it will fill the space a little bit, but it's also very thin. I just thought it was a cool aspect. So for the tour, like I said, coming from console, cinematic camera was not a thing that I know of, so I'm gonna try my best. I decided that I wanted to give you the tour from the hallway. Like I said, so sorry if this is a little wonky. I'm trying Deligracy and James Turner. I'm trying. So, walking in, this is the kitchen. You'll love to see it. The cabinets have been redone. The new exposed shelf. The fridge. The complaints from over there. Very open concept. All they are. Her inspiration she's getting while she watches black and white movies, of course. She loves everything vintage, as you can see from her couch. We walk into the bedroom from here. You can see I didn't really change too terribly much. I wanted to keep it the way that it was in the video. I did change just a couple things outside. But going out to the balcony, we have the, weird camera angles. Goodness gracious. I did add this lighted plant because just a little bit of soft lighting from the side without taking up too much room. And then I added, speaking of lighting, I added this little lantern and this table because that way you have somewhere to set your drink down when you're out here and not on the ground where it could get knocked over by something. Going back in, this is kind of a tight squeeze, but it's all right. It's worth it. It's worth it. I also added curtains. That was the other thing that I added because I forgot to do them earlier on, and they definitely are needed in an apartment. Going back here, I moved the trash can over here, so it's a little bit out of the way. We have this beautiful, beautiful clawfoot tub. The bathroom is relatively large for a apartment this size, which is really, really nice. Nothing too crazy in the walls because you don't want it to get to feel too small in such a small bathroom. And then you can come out here to really see the gallery-esque style. And then coming into the office, we have her creativity explosion. Past works, supplies, her desk where she can sell her creations. We have some of her favorites that she just couldn't part with when she knitted them herself. And then her candle making station, which is her new hobby. She's trying to learn this one. She doesn't have as many things around the apartment like she does of the embroidery style. And then she has like I said earlier, her bulletin board of commissions and works. So she, she likes her apartment. She is excited to stay here until she, just needs to upgrade or move in. This is a great place for a Super Sim challenge because it has quite a few skills with the cooking and music and the fitness skill and wellness, and it's just got a lot of things. A lot of things to choose from, a lot of things to help you along your journey, and you're also already halfway to the $100,000 apartment. So that's one of the aspirations. And so I hope you guys had a lovely time here in San Myshuno. Oh, we have a neighbor. Her neighbor is out, but I hope that you guys had a lovely time. Like I said, let me know if there's anything that you want to see from me in the future. If you have any specific places you want me to rebuild, or new shells to build off of, or new challenges to do. I'm excited to jump into the Super Sim challenge. That way I can really get a deep dive into a lot of the content from the game. But I'm also going to be opening this channel up to other gameplays and let's plays and walkthroughs and such. So I'm really excited to have this kind of creative outlet more towards long form, I guess, content, more creativity side. And I love design, so builds are really, really fun. I hope that you guys will like this video. That way more people can find us and we can start a little community. If you want to see more live content from me, I do stream on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, Friday, like I said. Also, comment down below. Just whatever, just thoughts. I want to read them. I love hearing from people. Any ideas, future games, future builds, whatever. I'm excited to have you guys along with me on this journey. And I hope that I can get better at editing. So all my videos are not garbage. We all hope, we all dream. But like I said, I love you all. Please get good restful sleep. I know as gamers, we don't want to do that. I know that sounds really random, but it's something that's very important to me. Get good restful sleep. I love you all. Stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy out there. I know it's crazy, but have a good rest of your day and happy gaming.